she had an absolute beauty of a finish, went to the body, went to the head, showed off the striking in a big way, and punched her ticket to the finale in December to try to get that $100,000. We're talking to Dakota Ditcheva, who is kind enough to join us once again on the program. Hello, Dakota. How are you? Thanks for coming back on.
I'm really well, thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
Congratulations on the big win. Congratulations on everything. And, we've talked about this a little bit. I am not a Man City supporter, but it was nice that you gave the Man City supporters something to be happy about on Saturday. Not the best earlier part of the day. No, is that a zinger? Is that too much? Was that,
I mean, did you watch
Wolves?
the game before that?
That one, there was a little bit, it was nasty, the red card, which dare I say that performance may have proved to be the difference in this game, not having Rodri there. We don't have to get too, but the red card, he was very dirty, I thought, in that game. It was very, very ugly.
I mean, I'm not sure about that. It's football. It's not. They're not ballerinas, are they? So it wasn't too bad.
Were you even aware that they lost to Wolves before you fought?
I was, Do you know what? I watched the first half and then I went to sleep and everyone stayed downstairs watching the second half, but I didn't even stay up to watch it. So I had a bit of a sleep before I fought, but I wasn't I wasn't too bothered about watching the second half. I was getting myself frustrated.
Yes, I can imagine. Okay, so big opportunity for you. Here you are. First of all, that crowd, I was just talking about it. Could you, for Cedric, they were all there, but it just felt like the whole card was a big deal. Did you feel how big it was, and were you surprised at how big it was in Paris?
Yeah, I'd heard great things anyway. A few people had told me before about the crowd in Paris, just because obviously they haven't had the sport there for that long that's been allowed. So it's kind of like they've all gone crazy for it. But even when I was warming up, we could hear the crowd so clear. We could hear everything they were shouting, and it was just like the atmosphere was there the whole time. It was crazy, and honestly, it was one of the best crowds I've ever been a part of. Basically, it was really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you would have said it was the best crowd because it just seemed so magical.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at how big Cedric was? How big of a deal that fight was?
Yeah, I was, but then I suppose his walkout and his personality and everything, I can totally understand why, he had a crowd like that. Because honestly, he was just he was just playing to the fans the whole week. Even our ceremonial face off and stuff, he give his fighter a pillow with his manager's face on and stuff. He was just building it all up. So I can totally understand why he's got such a big support like that.
It feels like your star has grown every time you have fought. Were you getting more attention? Were you feeling that the pressure was mounting here going into this semifinal fight as more and more people are getting to know you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's all coming at the right time, though. I feel like PFL are doing just the right amount for me. They're building me up slowly, and it's just it's nice to be settled in one organization. Because before PFL, I wasn't signed with anyone. I was kind of just fighting here, there, and everywhere. So to now be with an organization like PFL, I feel like I've kind of built up a bit of a fan base, and it's really nice actually. I'm enjoying it.
Are you feeling like PFL? Does PFL Europe to you feel like the PFL, or does it feel like two separate entities?
Personally, I feel like I'm just part of PFL.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's because I fought on their main cards before. I don't know whether that's why, but it just feels the same. They treat us the same. I've been on other cards, and they do the same media with us, and they just treat us exactly the same. They're really good with us.
The reason I ask that is it feels like they have something really special in Europe. And it feels like as they continue to grow, they are a bit taking a stranglehold of the European market, especially we don't know what's happening with Bellator. And I know there are other organizations out there, but they have done a great job of finding new young talent. And so I was wondering if it felt like what they were doing with PFL Europe in particular felt different from the global PFL league, so to speak.
Yeah, I haven't really been in the main season, as in the tournament, so I wouldn't know. But I feel like they've really caught on to a good market here. They picked up a load of fighters that we're missing a little bit. That in between stage of kind of where we're all fighting now is kind of that in between stage before we hit the big season. So I feel like they've really hit a market where we're finding a lot of new young talent that are showing big things.
So how are you feeling? Okay, first two rounds. How are you feeling about the fight and the performance at that point going into the third?
I was really calm throughout the whole thing. I think first round a bit boring. I hate a fight like that where it's just on the cage. Definitely should have got off it quicker. But the same time, I've worked with Mike Brown a lot this camp, and he's kind of said, to be patient. Like I was still striking while she was kind of just holding. So I should have been a little bit more like, getting off the cage, but at the same time, I was kind of quite comfortable and knew she was never going to take me down. And even my coach said the same thing. He wasn't panicked that she was going to get me down or anything. So just a little bit boring for the fans. And every time it got to the cage, they all started booing, and I think that made the ref kind of split us up a little bit after that. So the crowd definitely helped me out a little bit.
I haven't seen the scorecards, but I was just wondering if you
Yeah.
felt like you needed a finish in the third to ensure victory.
No, but I wanted to finish because I wanted to do my Haaland celebration for my
Ah,
little brother.
that was okay.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, in the second round, after the second round, I was in the corner. I was thinking, this is my last chance now to do this celebration. Like, if I don't get a stoppage, then I can't be. I need to just humble myself if I don't, if I don't. So I was happy anyway. That must have spurred me on a little bit.
So that was for your brother?
Yeah, my little brother, he was kind of like, you should do the Harlan celebration. We were like, yeah, obviously my family are blue through and through. So it had to be some kind of city celebration. And I'm not a trash talker. I don't do all that stuff. I'm not very good at that. And it's just not my personality. So the Harlan celebration was enough for the city fans, I think.
Honestly, it was fantastic. Dare I say, I want to give myself a pat on the back. I was actually impressed that I caught it right away. I was watching it, and I don't even know if the broadcast, I don't know if they're big football fans, and I knew
Yeah.
exactly what you're doing because my kids do the Holland celebration as well. As I told you, they
Yeah.
like Man City. So I was like, wow, she actually pulled it off. Have you any idea if he has seen it? Because I was trying to find on social media any sort of reaction, anything from him at all.
No, I did. It went viral on Twitter with like loads of City fans. I've gone up like 2,000 followers, and I don't even like use Twitter. So all City fans are behind it, but I don't think Haaland's noticed it yet. So we'll keep pushing it.
Is that the thing now? Are you going to do this after every finish?
um, yeah, probably something to do with City. Like I said, I'm not a trash talker, so I'll just do it. I'll just keep being the funny self that I am, basically.
No choking like Rodri. It's good to not be it was
I
a
won't
little,
do that one.
yeah, that was a little,
We'll forget that. We'll
yeah,
forget that, Ariel.
yep. But what about the actual finish itself? My God, it really displayed your elite striking. Was that
Yeah.
something that you were seeing that was open? Go to the body, go to the head. We don't see it often in MMA. I feel like the body is an underutilized target, so to speak. Was that something that you saw going into the third round that was open?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, she was catching my kicks a little bit, so I was kind of caught onto that in the last round a little bit too late. But so I started to work my boxing a little bit more. The body shot is I didn't even throw it at all in the fight until I dropped her with it, which
Wow.
is a bit strange because I actually use it a lot in the gym on pads when I'm sparring. I drop a few people just lightly with it when I'm sparring. My brother on the pads, if he doesn't tense, I always drop him with it. So it's something I use all the time, but it wasn't like I wanted to get that shot when I went out for that round. It just kind of think it was just it's just natural for me now that I just threw it and it landed. Yeah,
Wait a second. Your brother holds pads and you hit him with body shots just to crumple him? Is that what you're saying?
basically, yeah.
Wow. Why? That's not very nice.
I mean, it's a bit of a weird relationship. Our family, mum's obviously a coach as well, so any arguments are always settled in the gym. It's always nice to give someone a body shot and not be fighting at home.
Do you,
Can get away with it a little bit more there.
I know that you're pretty young in your MMA career, but do you feel like,
Yeah.
as far as your striking is concerned, you're already light years ahead of a lot of the people who are, with the same type of resume as you, but even people who have been, in the game for quite some time? Do you feel like this is what really separates you and will expedite your path?
Yeah, definitely. I just think my fundamentals from I put all my striking down to my mum. From being young, she's always been my coach, and my fundamentals are so strong that I don't think um I will need one. I think that'll just carry me the whole way. To be honest, I do feel honestly very very confident in my striking now. At the start, it was kind of I lost a little bit of confidence in my striking because I had to change a few things. People were timing my strikes for the takedowns and getting me down all the time. Now I'm confident with that. I just feel like I'm back to the top of my striking game again, and I don't feel like anyone can match me these days.
How do you feel about your grappling and your wrestling and your takedown defense? How do you feel that you are stacking up these days?
Yeah, I mean takedown defense. I don't feel like many girls. my weight will be able to get me down even heavier. I train with heavier girls, so that people feel lighter for me when I'm in there. She didn't feel strong to me at all. She held me on the cage, but other than that, she couldn't get me down on the cage. So I just feel like the more I grow in confidence with that as well, is I'm just going to be unstoppable after that, to be honest.
Now, what about the fact that there was once a famous moment in MMA history where Matt Hughes had just won a big fight, and then George St. Pierre walked in and they asked him, "Hey, what did you think of Matt's performance?" And he famously said, "I'm not impressed with your performance." Now, akin to that was what happened, I thought, on Saturday, where Valentina comes into the cage and kind of craps all over your performance. What did you make of that?
I mean, she made me jump. Did you see it?
I
She
didn't see
made me
that. What
jump.
happened? I missed that.
She said boo and it made me jump, but I mean, it was quite funny to be honest. But yeah, I'm not really bothered. She had a lot to say considering she's just got a bye to the final. She's not even fought away there. Like, she may as well just like, to me, she may as well just quit now. I'm not scared of her at all. Like, I'm excited to get in there now. She's made me jump. I'm scared of my own shadow, to be honest, Ariel.
Wait,
I'll
what
fight
did she say?
anybody anywhere,
She
but
said boo in your ear or something? I missed the boo.
we were having a face off and she
Oh,
went boo, and I was like, oh.
you flinched.
Yeah, I flinched a little bit, but I mean, doing things like that to me just makes me mad, and that's one thing you don't want to do. So now I'm going to go in there and I'm 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 going to end up, I don't know, maybe breaking a nose or something.
Oh my. Did you feel like it was disrespectful what she said about your performance?
No, I mean, she's boring, although no one wants to know about her if she doesn't say things like that. So fair enough, I'll let her have a moment. We've got to build it up a little bit. It's the only thing she can say, right?
And forgive me for not knowing, but why did she get a bye?
So her opponent pulled out through to injury, the girl
Ah,
that was originally in the tournament, and then the fighter that they had replaced didn't make weight.
oh my.
So she got a straight bye. There was another flyweight fight on the card, which I thought they were going to switch. Maybe put one of them girls in with it, but they never did that. So she got a straight bye instead.
Okay. And so you're fighting her December 8th in Ireland, which should be another great scene for the 100,000. And then what happens if all goes well on December 8th? What happens to you? Do you then go into the big tournament? What's the plan then?
Yeah, there isn't a flyweight division in the main season yet. That was kind of the plans for next year. We were talking about it, but it's not 100% set in stone. So, I mean, PFL, they're doing crazy things at the moment, aren't they? They've got so much going on, so many opportunities coming. So, my main aim now is to just win that final in December and then see what comes next year. I'll be if it's a tournament, I'll be happy to do that. If they give me, a fight on like an Ngannou card or something like
Oh,
that, I'd love
nice.
to do that too.
Yeah, I mean, your star is
I'd be up
definitely
for that.
growing. That
Yeah,
it would make a lot of sense. Also, if they purchase Bellator, they have a flyweight division. In fact, their flyweight title is being defended this weekend. So perhaps that's where the division
yeah,
comes from, right?
yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, I'm up for anything. We'll just see what happens. I'll just take everything day by day, but just gotta get that win in December, and then the world's my oyster.
Yes. By the way, when you see the Alexa Grassos and the Valentina Shevchenkos of the world fight just a couple of weeks ago, they're the creme de la creme as far as the flyweight division goes. How far away do you think you are from talent like that?
I'm gonna be humble, but I mean, like, I'm not far. You know what I mean? I feel like I could hold my own 100%. I'm gutted for Shevchenko at the moment. I feel like she's always been my favorite, so I did want her to get that belt back. But yeah, I feel like I'm catching them up now. So I used to look at them as like, my idols and stuff, but now I feel like I'm slowly creeping up to their level. So
Wow. So you think like even like if you're fighting the big dogs, so to speak, next year, you've arrived. You feel like your confidence is there, your skills are there, you can hang with anyone.
yeah, 100%. I think it's mainly in the mind. My skill set is there, 100%. It's just I got to believe in myself, and each fight I'm doing that more and more. And this is that fight that I had on the weekend was probably the most comfortable I've ever felt and confident. So I feel like, another two, three fights, and I'll be unstoppable by then for sure. And I'm only young; I've got time, right, as
Sure,
well.
sure.
So
Are you feeling like the
yeah.
competition in PFL is starting to not like get you excited? Are they not big enough names, or are we not quite there yet?
I mean, I just fight who gets put in front of me. I was the first flyweight girl to sign for PFL. So whoever wants to enter into PFL knows I'm there. If they want to come and fight me, then fair enough. But this is my division now at the moment, so I'll just fight whoever gets put in front of me. But we'll see. I'm in contract till mid next year, and
Oh,
I'm going to speak with PFL as well. So see what's next for me after that, and we'll just see what happens. Yeah, see who comes up after this.
so this is very exciting. You win the tournament in December. Now it's time to
Mhm.
really talk, right?
Yeah, for sure. As
Wow.
I said, as soon as I win this tournament, we've got to speak about what's next for me because we need some good fights, good competition.
And some good money, let's be honest.
Yes, of course, of course.
It's the prize fighting
It's always
business.
about the money. Exactly. It's a business at the end of the day. You've got to remember that, right?
Absolutely. Overall, though, are you happy with PFL?
Yeah, do you know what? They've treated me so well, and honestly, they look after us really well. Like I said, my followers, everything they've done around me, my fan base is just amazing. They're a really great bunch of people to work with. So I'm super happy with them. I'm looking forward to, if it's the main season next year for a tournament, I'm looking forward to doing it all over again with them. Yeah,
Now, I know you're all over the world. Are you in Manchester right now?
I am. Yes, back to
Okay.
the rainy Manchester.
I just wanted to ask because it's not quite 100%, but there's a chance that I might be going to Manchester very soon. And so I was wondering if you had, I've only spent in total like 20 hours in Manchester in my life. I went one time several years ago for a Conor McGregor pay-per-view where I did an interview with him at some venue, a black tie event in Manchester. And then unfortunately last year I saw Forest Man City 6-0, much better than the 2-0 of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
So it was a nice
yeah,
improvement on that front. But is there something I need
yeah.
to do? Is there something other than go to Etihad Stadium or Old Trafford?
Oh,
Is there something I need to do that is a must see or a place to eat? Like, is there from a local a place that someone who is visiting Manchester, must do?
you need to visit the Etihad area.
Oh, that's it. That's it. I've already
You've
been
got to
there. It
go.
was a
You've got to
dreadful
go.
place, if I'm being honest. It was void of any personality and passion. It was like I was in like some sort of like cathedral. There was nothing in there. There was nothing going on.
Honestly, you need to come on a day where you can go to a game and see what a proper city crowd can. We'll show you a good time in there. Show you how to win, Ariel. Show you how to win,
Okay.
champion.
Yeah. Or maybe I should go to a Wolves match. I don't know. In terms of winning and whatnot. No, it was a great.
I'm
I mean, it was a.
not sure about that, but
Are you going to go to the KSI Tommy Fury event in Manchester?
yeah, I'm hoping to. Yeah, I'm actually going to Bulgaria to see my family before I head back to the States next week. But I'm gonna catch that Tommy Fury fight, yeah, before I go for sure.
Are you into this crazy world? You like it?
I mean, I like it. Yeah, I like to watch some of it. Gets a little bit cringy at times, but yeah, I do. I do enjoy watching the fights. That's for sure.
Are you Tommy's kind of a local guy, right? The Fury family. So does that
Yeah.
mean you're backing him?
I mean, I'm backing Tommy anyway. Yeah, he's come from a boxing background as well, and these YouTubers, not sure about them.
Okay.
So I'm definitely backing Tommy. Yeah, he'll get the job done. It's from
Uh,
a fighting family.
what about Logan Paul, Dylan Danis? Do you have a take on that one?
I don't know. I'm hoping. I don't know whether Logan's trying to be a little bit like Jake. I'm not sure he's quite there yet. So I'm definitely with the Danis. Yeah,
Wow,
Dylan Danis.
really? That shocks me.
Yeah. And I'm a McGregor fan as well, and he's like obviously McGregor's friend. So yeah, that's
Wow.
who I'm going for.
You might be the lone woman on the planet who's not related to him that's rooting for him. Golly. You don't think he's taking it too far with all the tweets and all that stuff?
I stay out of the politics. I
Okay.
just like the fighting side.
Fair
The
enough.
politics to me, I'm not a trash talker, so I'm not interested in any of that. No.
Okay. Probably a good rule to live by. All right. So congratulations on the big win. Good luck
Thank
in
you.
December. Very, very impressive. The finish was impressive. The celebration was impressive. The whole thing was impressive. So well done. And looking forward to what you do in December against Valentina. And hopefully, for your sake, you get that $100,000 and then big things in 2024.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ariel.
All right. Talk to you soon. There she is, Dakota Ditcheva, who is one of the rising stars in the PFL. They've got a special thing going with some of the talent over there. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.